In my last video, we talked about an employee who was maybe not everybody's cup of tea and a little bit difficult to deal with. And I want to expand on that because I said we don't care, and I want to talk about why we don't care. When we have employees who we tell everyone that they need to, adjust to their personality, or we know that they're an acquired taste, but everybody will kind of get used to the flow. We don't actually get used to the flow. What happens is about 20 to 25% of people leave because they don't want to deal with that kind of attitude and they feel like nothing's done about that. Well, when you look at 20 to 25% year over year after year, because those people generally don't leave because their behavior is accepted and tolerated, and so there's no reason to really cause any movement in that realm. We see a huge shift in what our culture really could be, and it really prevents it from moving in the right direction. And culture is so important when you're trying to work with team dynamics and those kinds of things. And so, the one tip that I'm going to give you is you have to be consistent. Whatever your values are that you're going to have, whatever the rules that you're going to have for your team, you have to be consistent with everyone, even with the person who's being difficult, even with the people who are not being difficult. So oftentimes we want to like kind of forgive the ones that aren't always difficult because in comparison to this person, they're really not that bad. But that is not okay, okay? You have to maintain consistency. If you don't, it really is kind of targeting, and you don't want to target any one person. So everybody has to follow the rules or the values. And when I said that we don't care, it's not that that person doesn't have value. Sometimes they are the higher performing, sometimes they're not. It doesn't necessarily matter. We are just saying that we are recognizing that this behavior is causing problems for the team. And maybe they're not aware that it's doing it. So maybe you bring them in and say, hey, I don't really know if you know that this is how people are perceiving you. And maybe they do, maybe they don't. Okay. And if they do, and they walk in and say, yeah, I've had this problem my whole life. Like everybody always says this. Okay, well, what are some key things that we're going to do to behave differently because it's not going to be tolerated anymore? And that is a learning curve for them. So you're definitely going to have to give them some time, and you're going to have to be consistent in the follow up whenever they do something wrong. Because what happens is once they realize that you're serious, they'll get better for a minute and then they'll fall into their old habits. And this is not bad, but it's not good either. Like it's not something that you're going to allow to continue. You need to stop it. And the idea here is that we're going to follow the fruit of the Spirit, right? We are going to follow and expect others to all follow the fruit of the Spirit, whether they're religious or not, it doesn't necessarily matter. And the fruits of the spirits are in the caption below. So hope this helps.